Hello, fifth grade. I hope everyone enjoyed their 4-day weekend. Sorry, I know it's a little dark behind me in this setup, but this window back here, it's kind of the reason for our writing this week. So, in this week's writing, I'm going to have you practice two things, and this will help us with a fifth grade contest that we're going to have this week. So, this week's writing. Actually, it's only going to be 2 days. So 2 days of writing for this week. You are going to be writing a descriptive paragraph of what you see out your window. So during these crazy quarantine times, you've been spending a lot of time at home and inside and looking out the same windows over and over. So we're going to ask you today and tomorrow to pick two different windows in your house and kind of really describe the scene. If you're doing a really detailed description, you should have you guys like 8, 9, 10, or more sentences because there's a lot of detail in what you see outside. You should have complete sentences. Please, you guys are fifth graders, almost sixth. You need correct punctuation, appropriate grammar, capitalization as always. And of course, we're looking for some good descriptive words. Now, similes. You've probably heard of similes before. They're comparison words that use or comparison statements that use the words like or as. So, like Miss Sass is as, I don't know, silly as SpongeBob, right? So I'm comparing Miss Sass to SpongeBob. Or he is as strong as a truck pulling a ton of bricks, right? So someone is as strong as that truck. Or Tommy is as flexible as Gumby, right? So we're comparing things and we use the word like or as. I'm going to ask you to try to do that 3 times in your writing. So this is a couple of things you're trying to do. You're describing what you see outside your window. In your description, of course, the same proper grammar, capitalization, punctuation. And you're going to try to use at least 3 similes, okay? And of course, your paragraph should be pretty lengthy. So let me show you what I mean. Today I'm in Mrs. Stark's homeroom, and as usual, I'm going to show you how to find your writing, although most of you are amazing. Classwork tab, be learning writing, and of course, you guys would click on your assignment, but mine is ready over here. Now, you guys last did your happiness journal, so the way to add to the top, I put my cursor right before April, right? A cursor is that where that circle is right there. And on my keyboard, I click enter. Okay. And then I click arrow up and notice how that blinking line is now at the top. I can start there. So today's going to be April 22nd, comma 2020. Okay. And I want you to tell me which window. So this is outside my front window. Okay. And actually, the reason I'm sitting here is this is my front window. I want you to actually see what I see outside of it. So here I'm going to paste so you guys can see. In your writing, you can actually include a picture if you like, or you could just work on describing it, right? So I'm going to use, again, complete sentences. Outside my front window, I see 3 one-story houses across the street. Street. Okay, so right now that's just one sentence. Now I want to use a simile. I want to use something like or as. And actually, these little lined up houses make me think yesterday I was playing Monopoly with my family and they reminded me of Monopoly houses. So I'm going to use that. They look like little Monopoly houses lined, right? And of course, I need to fix my spelling lined up. So then when I look at these houses, I can add a little more description, right? The first one has a car in the driveway on the right, and it has a brown brick and a brown roof. The next one has tan brick and like a gray roof. And the one after that, I just see a white garage and like a tan roof, right? I'm going to say that. First house on the left has brown bricks and a brown roof. with a white van in the driveway to the right of the house. The middle house, so kind of like three little pigs, has a tan brick front with a gray roof. Finally, and I can use these transition words, the last house has a white garage door with brown bricks. Right? Now that's not everything I see. That's the farthest layer. When I come up, next is the street. So I want to add that. In front of those houses. Goodness, you guys, my typing is so bad. You guys know this. Is a street, and I'm going to use another simile. I notice that there's no one parked on my street. There's no one walking. There's no activity. Just nothing. So I'm going to say it is quiet as a little mouse. Right? I've heard that expression before, quiet as a mouse. So that's my other simile. So going back, similes are comparison sentences using like or as. So here they look like monopoly houses. I can highlight that so you guys see that's the simile because they look like monopoly houses. Here it is quiet as a little mouse. That's my other simile. So now I just need one more. Now, as I move forward in my picture, now is my front lawn, right? In my front lawn, on the other side of the quiet street, there is a gray Mazda parked on the left with a rectangular green bush to the right behind it. Hopefully you guys know which bush I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys are better at typing than me because I am so bad. Okay. So then next, okay, now I'm gonna move from left to right in my front lawn. So notice how I did this. I started with the farthest thing away, which was those three houses all lined up. Then I moved forward into the street and now I'm like, okay, now in my front lawn, I see my car on the left, then a bush. Now I have this big open wide lawn. Next to the Mazda on the right is a light green lawn with a tree in the center. Pretty good, right? On the far end of the lawn, there is another in the center, and I'll say in the middle so I don't double use words. Okay. Now, I have a couple of other trees here. Maybe you guys can see my cursor. Maybe I don't mention them. Maybe I forget. That's not the end of the world. But I want you to notice how nice and long this paragraph is, right? As I'm writing about each little piece, then you see how it kind of just adds on, and it's a pretty good paragraph. I mean, I could count the sentences, probably at least 8. I noticed that I only have 2 similes though, and I asked you guys to use 3. And one thing I noticed that I have not yet done is I haven't talked about what kind of weather I'm having, right? It could be nighttime, it could be a cloudy day, it could be snowing like it did last week. But in my picture, I might say at this time, the sky is as blue as, and now I need to think of something that I can compare it to that might be blue as the clear ocean, or as blue as, I don't know, as blue as a nice hyacinth flower, whatever I want to describe it to. I'm going to go with ocean because I am blanking. I'm nervous in front of you guys. As blue as a clear ocean, period. And that's my last simile. So that's my entry for today, right? So what's going to be cool about this is I'll be able to see how you guys describe right outside your windows. And like I said, you can even include a picture in your writing if you want to. This contest part of this, what I wanted to announce to you is I'm going to be keeping an eye out for some really stellar writing in each homeroom. And I'm going to choose one student from each homeroom that has some really stellar outside of their window writing. Now, what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to make it random. So I won't actually tell you guys whose writing it is, but I will post that writing in your homeroom on Friday. And if you want to participate, you can actually try to draw what you see outside their window. So you won't get the picture, you'll just get the paragraph. Based on that paragraph, we're going to see if you could actually draw outside their window. And then we're going to choose the best drawing. So it's a drawing contest. So that'll be really fun. All right, guys, good luck. I'm excited to see what you come up with and email me if you have questions.